Alright, everyone, good morning. Today is Monday, July 1st, 2024 at 10, now 18. So it is 10:18, and we have our day one outlook to look at today. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So today's day one outlook, we've got a slight risk here today across North Dakota, South Dakota, over into Minnesota and Iowa, down into Nebraska, and over into Wyoming. We have a marginal risk also in Montana, North Dakota, Minnesota, into Iowa, down into Missouri, a little bit of Nebraska there, Kansas, Colorado, and Nebraska, and Wyoming. So that's that area there. Then we have an area down here that actually parts of a little bit of Alabama, Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina have a marginal too. So let's see what cities we've got in place for today's severe weather event. So we got Omaha, Lincoln, Sioux Falls, Sioux City, and Rapid City under a slight, and Minneapolis, St. Paul, Des Moines, Columbus, and Tallahassee under a marginal. So let's see what we've got for today's tornado risk. So today we only have a small 5% in Nebraska. We do have a 2% starting in North Dakota into South Dakota, going over into Wyoming, into Nebraska, down into a little bit of Kansas. I don't know if you can see that, but a little bit of Kansas, and Iowa. So let's see what cities have the tornado threat today. So we got Grand Island, Kearney, North Platte, Hastings, and Columbus under a 5%, and Omaha, Lincoln, Sioux City, Rapid City, and Council Bluffs under a 2%. So definitely, I would say in the 5% area, you could see a EF1 tornado. Um, Maybe in EF2 if it becomes strong enough, but I would definitely say just an EF1. 2%, I would definitely say an EF0 for you. Anyway, today's damaging winds. So we got a hatched area in Nebraska. We also have the 15% in Nebraska up into South Dakota and North Dakota, out into a little bit of Minnesota and Iowa. We do have the 5% going from North Dakota into Minnesota, down into Iowa, into Missouri, Nebraska, Kansas, out over into Colorado, into Wyoming, and into South Dakota. So that's what we've got going on here. We also have this 5% for Alabama, Florida, and Georgia, and South Carolina. So let's see what cities we've got dealing with this. We got Omaha, Lincoln, Council Bluffs, Bellevue, and Grand Island under the significant severe. Omaha, Lincoln, Sioux Falls, Sioux City, and Council Bluffs under the 15%. In Minneapolis, Des Moines, Columbus, Tallahassee, and Savannah under the 5%. So definitely, I would say, especially in this hatched area, you might see 60 to 75 mile per hour wind gusts, 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts in the 15% area, and same thing for the 5% area. You could see 60 to 70 miles per hour. Even over here, you could see 60 to 70 miles per hour with some of these storms down into Georgia, Florida, Alabama, South Carolina. Anyway, today's hail risk, we've got a 15% starting down into Nebraska, going into South Dakota and North Dakota, over into Minnesota and Iowa, over into Wyoming. We got a 5% going from North Dakota down through South Dakota into Nebraska, into Colorado and Kansas, out into Wyoming, out into Iowa and Minnesota, and yep, that's pretty much it. So today's hail risk, we've got Omaha, Lincoln, Sioux Falls, Sioux City, and Rapid City under a 15%. In Minneapolis, St. Paul, Des Moines, Billings, and Rochester under a 5%. So I would definitely say 15% area, you might see 1 to 3 inch hail. 2% area, 5% area, you could see 1 to 2 inch hail. So that's basically what our severe risk is like today. Let's just take a look and see what the Storm Prediction Center says. So severe thunderstorms will be possible today across the northern central plains, especially parts of Nebraska and South Dakota. Areas of damaging winds and sporadic hail can be possible, along with a few tornadoes. So, yes, our severe is all in play. Hail, damaging winds, tornado, and there is our outlook for today. So that is our outlook for today. I really hope you do stay safe, stay weather aware, and that's basically going to be it today. I will see you tomorrow for tomorrow's Outlook.